Welcome back new and existing subscribers. It is Friday, March 5th. Apologies, there was no midweek Foxy Games UK video. The neighbours are having work done. It's nigh impossible to record. A slight nuisance, but what can you do, huh? Hopefully it'll all be over by Monday. So in today's news, some pretty interesting details have emerged on really AMD's new tech primed for PC, PlayStation 5 and Series X hardware. And sure, I've reported on this some time ago, though it should not be understated just how important this is for gaming in general, in that, much like PS5's Ultra SSD, still yet to be even near fully utilized, well, this next big addition to the current / next-gen console SDK, i.e. development suite of tools, could be an absolute game changer. Sourced via mpfirst.com, here's the full story. So with Nvidia leading the way in ray tracing today's modern GPUs as such, and pioneering its DLSS technology designed to massively free up GPU resources without drastically compromising on visual quality in terms of overall resolution. So yeah, clear advantages for Nvidia there, but AMD aren't just casually sitting by watching all this play out. AMD has its own DLSS style solution, and it's almost ready to roll out to AMD PC GPUs, as well as I say, PS5 and Xbox Series consoles in the near future, in an update when AMD will launch its Fidelity FX Super Resolution feature. Now this isn't exactly breaking news. AMD has been known to be working on this new tech for some time, though if you're like me and you're wondering why Fidelity FX Super Resolution hasn't released yet, well, speaking to Linus Sebastian of Linus Tech Tips, Linus confirmed the reasoning as to why AMD's Fidelity FX Super Resolution has yet to release. Here's a quote. Apparently, rather than rushing Fidelity FX out the door on only one new top-end card, AMD want it to be cross-platform in every sense of the word. So they actually want it running on all of their GPUs, including the ones inside consoles, before they pull the trigger. It would have been nice to have it ready by the time the cards launched, but as we saw with Nvidia's DLSS 1.0 versus DLSS 2.0, it could be for the best. So the benefits are obvious, but if you needed more clarity, really MP First have kindly spelled it out, and naturally you should probably check their website out, link in the video description. So in layman terms then, for all PS5 and Series console players, you only need to know that DLSS and Fidelity FX Super Resolution are essentially a type of AI upscaling technique that uses machine learning to upscale lower resolution to higher resolutions while maintaining original performance metrics, meaning the overall picture quality can look a lot better without the need to sacrifice frame rate. There are tons of other benefits as detailed on Nvidia's own website regarding DLSS, which should provide a clearer picture, though it must be stated the results of DLSS can vary wildly because each game has different characteristics based on the game engine, complexity of content, and the time spent on training. Nvidia's and no doubt AMD's supercomputers never sleep and continue to train and improve its deep learning neural DLSS network even beyond a game's launch. Nvidia has said when it has tangible improvements to performance or image quality ready, it will provide via Nvidia software updates, and you have to assume it will work the same way with AMD. So DLSS is designed to boost frame rates at high GPU workloads, i.e. when your frame rate is low and your GPU is working to its full capacity without bottlenecks or other limitations. And if your game is already running at high frame rates, your GPU's frame rendering time may be shorter than the DLSS execution time. In this case, DLSS is not available because it would not improve your frame rate. However, if your game is heavily utilizing the GPU, i.e. the frames per second is below 60, DLSS provides an optimal performance boost and you can crank up your settings to maximum gains. Note 60 FPS is an approximation. The exact number varies by game and what graphics settings are enabled. To put it a bit more technically, DLSS requires a fixed amount of GPU time per frame to run the deep neural network. Thus, games that run at lower frame rates, proportionally less fixed workloads, or higher resolutions that's greater pixel shading savings benefit more from DLSS. For games running at high frame rates or low resolutions, DLSS may not boost performance. Now, when your GPU's frame rendering time is shorter than what it takes to execute the DLSS model, we don't enable DLSS. We only enable DLSS for cases where you will receive a performance gain, which is handy. So that's basically how Nvidia's DLSS and AMD's Fidelity FX Super Resolution works. Now, MP First has called it a pretty exciting technique, one that has worked wonders on many PC titles running on the RTX 3000 series line of cards. And I'm agreeable. Maybe it'll negate the need for mid-gen upgrades, maybe not. Frankly, I miss the days when only the console's form factor changed and cost-saving measures were made. But I'm a pixelated fossil. So what say you? Go ahead, sound off, share your thoughts and opinions on today's news, because that unfortunately brings us to the end of the video. But let's continue the discussion cordially in the comments. And for all your gaming news, rumors and plausible speculation, yes, hit the like button, of course subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and feel free to share the video to like-minded gamers. Consider supporting Foxy Games UK via Patreon. You'll find a link in the video's description. I truly thank you for that extra support. But that concludes our time together on this Friday. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great weekend. Until next time, play games, not corporations.